welcome everybody to my kitchen here on You Unfolded. On the Live and Learn, today is a live demo. We are doing a heart-healthy homemade hummus. So this month is heart health, and we have been focusing a lot on really just building that organ, building that muscle so that we can live longer. Last week we talked about heart health and actually foods to promote heart health. So if you missed that, check it out. The replay is in the link in my bio on Instagram and my YouTube. And everyone else watching, check out my YouTube. It's youunfolded.com. You'll see the replays there. So if this is your first time here, I do hope that you like this, share this with someone, share this wonderful recipe that we're going to be going over today, because it's super easy to put together. And again, I am Yentl. I am a holistic dietitian and certified mental health professional, and I am passionate about you and your health, body, mind, and spirit. On here on You Unfolded, we talk about just nutrition, self-care, and well-being tips and practices to really help you unfold your healthy, balanced, and beauty-filled life. So today we're going to go over, like I said, a delicious homemade hummus that is non-cook. You don't have to cook anything. Very easy to put together, and it's very nutritious, and we're going to go over all of that. So first, I do want to go over the ingredients with you. So we start off with a can of garbanzo beans or chickpeas. Now, a can is anywhere between 15 to 19 ounces, so that's fine, anywhere between 15 to 19 ounces. So what you want to do is you want to rinse and drain it. So how we talked about last week, if you can't find a low sodium canned food, rinse and drain it to release a lot of that extra sodium on there as well. So we got the can of chickpeas, we got 1/4 cup of tahini. So tahini is actually ground sesame seeds. Ground sesame seeds, think about like, this is basically a sesame seed butter, like almond butter and peanut butter. That's pretty much what this is. So tahini, that's 1/4 cup of tahini. We also have the juice of 1 medium lemon. So you want to have the juice of 1 medium lemon, and 2 garlic cloves. So I do have them minced already, but 2 large garlic cloves, the fresher the better. So you want to make sure you have that. And also 1/2 teaspoon, we're going to go over here, 1/2 teaspoon of, I'm sorry, 1/2 tablespoon. 1/2 tablespoon, that's why it's big. 1/2 tablespoon of smoked paprika, and then 1/2 teaspoon of salt and pepper. Now these two here are optional. So this is 1/2 teaspoon of, I'm sorry, I am messing up here. It's 1 teaspoon. So the cumin is 1 teaspoon, and then the red pepper flakes is 1/2 teaspoon. These are optional, but these are what you want: the smoked paprika, the salt, and the pepper. All right, and you also want 3 tablespoons of olive oil. So make sure you have 3 tablespoons of olive oil, and then you're also going to need 3 to 4 tablespoons of water. All right, so, and lastly, you will also need a food processor or a blender, a high-speed blender, to be able to blend all this together, because really all we're doing is mixing all these in together. So as I do that, I'm going to start with the chickpeas. So to let you know how chickpeas are super heart healthy, first of all, they are very, very prominent in the Mediterranean, and the U.S. Health Standards does every year, they rate diets based on how healthy they are, and the #1 heart healthy and just overall healthy diet out there is the Mediterranean diet. So it does include a lot of veggies, fruits, whole grains and legumes, these beans, peas, and lentils that we talked about last week, how they're so great for your heart. So chickpeas in particular, they're again high in fiber because and high in fiber is going to help you lower your cholesterol. High in potassium is actually going to help you stabilize your blood pressure, keep a nice stable blood pressure. And they also have vitamin B6, which is a really great vitamin to help metabolize homocysteine. So what is that? Whoa, I just threw a bomb at you, didn't I? Okay, so homocysteine is an amino acid that's natural in your blood. When those levels are too high, then it means that you are at a high risk of heart disease. So vitamin B6 along with vitamin B12 and folic acid actually helps to break down and use up. So that's what metabolize means. It helps to break down and use up the homocysteine in your blood so it doesn't reach those high levels. So that's why these garbanzo beans are wonderful for your heart. So we put in the garbanzos. We're going to put in the tahini next. So tahini, we talked about, were ground sesame seeds. These are also packed with B vitamins. So like how we just said, all of those great benefits of the B vitamins. But also, you're going to find that they have vitamin E. Vitamin E is an antioxidant, a powerful antioxidant actually, that is helpful to also make sure that you stay strong and healthy. It helps boost your immune system, and because it's anti-inflammatory, it is also very good to keeping your heart healthy. So next, we are going to be putting in the lemon juice. So lemon juice, as we all are maybe familiar already, is rich in vitamin C, and vitamin C is another powerful antioxidant that works just like vitamin E. It really helps to reduce inflammation in the body, keeps your immune system strong. So by keeping your immune system strong, it keeps all your organs strong and healthy as well. So hello, my ladies, welcome. It's so wonderful to see you. And those of you also who are joining in Twitter and Facebook and YouTube, welcome. And if you haven't already, please make sure you like this video, share it with someone, tell a friend, hey, join me on this live to make this delicious hummus. And also, if you're on YouTube, subscribe to my channel to receive the replays and new videos coming soon. So we just added the lemon juice, and now we're gonna add the 2 cloves of garlic on here. So garlic is another one that it is antiviral, antimicrobial, antibacterial. I mean, it has all these wonderful properties to help also protect your immune system. It has been shown that it is very helpful in reducing also your blood pressure. So this is a very, very powerful thing to use in your cooking to help you with your heart as well. And next, we're gonna add the olive oil. So these are the 3 tablespoons of olive oil. And olive oil, how we talked about last week, is rich in those unsaturated fats. So the fats that are anti-inflammatory to the body. And because they reduce inflammation in the body, it is really, really great to keeping you healthy and strong. Another note too, they did a review of over 184,000 studies, and they found that olive oil is one of the only oils that has been proven to really reduce the risk of heart disease. So it is a perfect ingredient to have in a heart healthy hummus, and it belongs there. So, so we put in the olive oil, and now we're going into the yummy stuff. So this is the smoked paprika, as I talked about before, the salt, the pepper, cumin, and red pepper flakes. And last week we also talked about the powerful antioxidants in the spices and herbs, how great they are to add flavor without having to add more salt. And you also get more antioxidants than you would from most foods because it is a concentrated herb, a concentrated vegetable. So with these, and with these in particular, like the smoked paprika, the cumin, and the red pepper flakes, you get the umami taste. So no, that's not a diss to your mother. Umami means it's a taste, actual taste receptor. So just like how we have the salt, the sweet, the sour, the bitter, we have a umami taste, which is towards the back of the tongue, and activating that taste actually brings out more flavors to your food and makes it just so much more enjoyable. So we're putting that in there to add that extra punch of flavor in there. So let's put that in all in. Again, use a blender or food processor. I love hummus. Yes. Oh yes, I love hummus too. And it's so easy to make at home for yourself that you're not going to want to buy store-bought anymore. So we're going to blend this, and actually we'll blend it first, and then the water is actually to put in to make it a more creamy consistency based on how you like it. You know, some like it more creamy than others. So the water is actually a better substitute than adding in milk or cream, which is what in some cultures they do. They'll add milk or cream to it. I mean, which is fine, but if you are lactose intolerant like myself, you know, we'll do the water. I guess we'll do another batch of water. All right, so I'm going to turn this on. It's going to get pretty loud, so just warning you first. So I'm just gonna blend this in. And while that's blending, I'm gonna get more water. It's blending really nicely, but let me get a little more water here to the side. All right. So just checking it, seeing the consistency there. I do want it a little bit more creamy. So just adding a little bit more water in there. And again, like I said, if you're not lactose intolerant and you prefer to add something else, something a little bit creamier, you could do milk, you could do cream, you could do yogurt. I would suggest maybe even doing a Greek yogurt, which has a lot of great nutrients as well. You could also do an avocado. Avocados are very nice and creamy naturally. So you can actually, you know, do an avocado. This is what the great thing about this hummus recipe is that this is basically a base, a classic hummus. You can add to it whatever you like. I mean, you could add in maybe a handful of spinach in there with some artichoke. You could do sun-dried tomato, make it your own, roasted pepper. I mean, you could do a lot of delicious things. And like I mentioned, the avocado, you could do cilantro in there with jalapeno. I mean, you can go wild. So let me turn this back on again. And I see put Ayurvedic, I can never say that word correctly, but Ayurvedic constitutions, absolutely, yes. And also how you said sun-dried tomato, you put a big wow, yes, sun-dried tomato hummus, so good, it is so good. So I'll just go ahead and show you how this looks already because it looks delicious. So we just take it out of here, and I can just put it back in this little Pyrex. This Pyrex is awesome because you can serve on it, and then it has a nice little top to it that you can put it away in your fridge later. So I'm actually going to put some links to that in the description of this video later on, as well as for the Ninja or a cheaper version as well, if, you know, because I understand completely. So when you serve this, I'm going to put this on this plate here. That looks really great. All right. So I'll show you in just a moment. You serve that, you could put a little bit more to garnish it. Garnish it, actually my people here on Instagram can't see what I'm doing. So I served it on a plate. Garnish it a little bit more with the smoked paprika. And get just a little drizzle. If I can get a little drizzle, sometimes my hand goes a little further. Drizzle it with olive oil, and actually I love to add some olives on there, and you serve it just like that, and look how delicious that is. And it is delicious as well, and you could eat this with pita bread, with pita chips, crackers, even veggies. Actually, a great way to have veggies on veggies is you can take cucumbers and slice them up nice and thick like this. And your cucumbers can take the place of your crackers, for example. So if you're someone who has to be gluten-free, for example, you can't do many of the grains, you could do the cucumber, because it is, when you cut it up nice and thick like this, it has a nice crunch to it. You can pick up any dip, so perfect for hummus. And you could do this also, you could use the cucumbers for salsa, whatever you want, but wonderful combination here, super heart healthy, because we're having veggies, we're having fiber, we're having the good fats, the quote unquote good fats. I don't like to use good versus bad. We got the fats that are anti-inflammatory to your body, and just wonderful vitamins and minerals and antioxidants that will keep your heart strong. And look how easy it was to just put it together. We didn't have to cook anything, and this can be, it can be a meal if you wanted to. We made a meal out of it. We put it on a tortilla because we didn't have pita bread. So we put it on a tortilla, put a little arugula in there, the olives, and made a sandwich out of it. So I hope you really take the time to make this, because it is absolutely delicious and good for you. So let me know in the comments if you have made hummus before. What is your favorite flavor of hummus? And if you haven't, make your favorite flavor of hummus using this as a base. So I am going to, next week we're not going to do the Live and Learns weekly now. We're going to do it monthly. So I will be announcing when the next one will be. So we won't have any next week. I'll announce when it will be. But do stay tuned on my YouTube channel, because actually on there I will be doing more videos. So there it would be more consistent, it would be more weekly. So make sure you do subscribe if you haven't already at You Unfolded. And again, like I always say, remember, silence the standards, because you are more. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Have a great rest of your evening. Bye-bye.